is Sybil Harmony, Master Healer, Psychic, and Medium, and this is your card reading for July 18th through the 24th. So the energy will start to calm down a bit now. It still has peaks and valleys. What they're showing me is not huge Mount, Everest, like, the cliffhangers, but it's more like it will just be like going up and down. Now there are some little volcanoes in there. They look snow-capped, the mountains I'm seeing. But so that means that there's a kind of a cooling on there, but you can, if you want to amp things up. So it's a good time, to have a volcano deal happening, but it looks like they're kind of smoothed over with a little snow cap for this energy. I don't see anything exploding right now. So just beware that the emotion is still kind of, a little bit, and it has been for a while, a little bit volatile, and then it can be like really super nice. So we're still going through that. We are in Mercury retrograde this week. And as we talked about before, Mercury retrograde is a time to slow down, pay attention to the details, notice what needs to be fixed, because it will show you what needs to be fixed, and then you get a better result when you redo it, research, revise. So it is a time to kind of slow down, go inside. We can't stop everything, because that's crazy. Mercury retrograde is the planet of technology, travel, and communication. Effectively going backwards is what it's called. It's not really going backwards. But so when that happens, we call that Mercury retrograde. I may have just said that kind of backwards, but that's okay because it's Mercury retrograde. In fact, I didn't know if I was going to get this video made because my phone wasn't working because I needed to upgrade, resolve the issue. Okay. Anything with a re. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards today, and we're coming off that full moon, so that'll be kind of more calming, and then we have the new moon that'll be next week, but we are working on life purpose, on projects, on opening our heart, on setting things up that will help us in the next 10 to 30 years to come. So we're making changes. The energy from the eclipses that have been this month in July are still happening. And that energy says that what the change needs to happen is that we're changing our health. We're changing the way we do our business. We're upgrading, we're setting things up. And it may be because we're in Mercury retrograde that we're just but we are researching, reviewing, reflecting on what those changes are. We may not want to actually put them into practice yet, unless we expect to maybe redo it at another time. But you can certainly finish projects you've already started or continue to work on those and let it fine-tune you. It's like walking the razor's edge. You let it show you where it is that the work is. So it doesn't have to be a bad thing. So that was the Mercury retrograde. And I'm eclectic when I speak, but it's all just kind of being channeled. So there's another energy. I have some cards that I want to pull for you. Ooh, the whole table and the camera's moving. Okay. So I'm using the Doreen Virtue decks this week. And this is the fairies, and so the fairies spirits are coming through with this card, feeling safe. So it's really important when things are changing, people don't know, everything's one way and then it's the next way. People don't know what to trust. People are not knowing what's going to happen. Will I be okay? Or what's going to happen? And all that is what we're talking about is energy. So when you are grounded, when you clear out and let go of fear, and there's a number of ways to do that, energy healing or a number of ways to do that. through prayer and affirmation, and mostly being aware, because the energy will bring up the fear. It'll bring up what needs to be cleared. And when you're ready to clear it, then you will get the information, you will get the awareness of clearing fear. So fear is an energy. False evidence appearing real. FEAR. And so unless something is right in your face happening and you need to deal with it right in this moment, remember, it can be helpful to remember false evidence appearing real and stay in this moment. So when we cultivate an energy of safety, feeling grounded, feeling connected, we are more effective in our life. We can respond rather than react. Master ourselves, because fear is an illusion. It appears real, but it's not. And the ego wants you to be afraid of change, afraid of feeling safe, afraid of whatever it is. And so when we have the energy or the vibration of I am safe, that we are safe, we take good care, we love ourselves, then we're able to give that out to other people, and we walk into a room and everyone else feels safe. People will gravitate towards you because you feel safe. Animals know this. Little babies know this. And some people who are in tune or looking for answers will intuitively know that they can talk to you. They may want to ground through you because you're the safe person. A lot of people are not grounded. You know, some people, if they're outside or they're doing spiritual work, they may be grounded. But this happens in the energy center called the first chakra. So that's right in front of your tailbone. And that has to do with family, community, having enough, being okay. So those energies are kind of lit up. So the fairies are coming in and reminding you about the importance of, do I feel safe? And it isn't to judge ourselves. It's about loving the parts of us that feel afraid. So that's how we heal. When we feel safe, then we can begin healing. When we are not judging ourselves, then we can begin to let go of whatever lower energies are creating fear, whatever ego is in our thoughts, because it happens in our thoughts first, before it happens in a feeling, and then it can be an energy vibration. We also may have pictures of fear. Pictures are ideas or beliefs. I see them as a picture that are projecting to you that you shouldn't feel safe about something. And you can have those about pictures or beliefs about a number of things. But here we have feeling safe for this week. Okay, now the unicorns. I have unicorns. Every time I pick up a card deck, oh, the camera's wobbling. Sorry about that. Okay, so unicorns. Okay, thinking about people and things to feel grateful for. Okay, so here we have a unicorn and a woman with her cat and thankful. So we've made it through this really intense period. We still have, like I said, the little mountain thingies, but feeling grateful and feeling thankful for what we have can help us to feel safer. It can help us to attract more things to feel grateful for, like the law of attraction. And it's a good energy to manifest or attract whatever it is that you want. So one thing that I like to do is I'm going to sleep at night to lay there and think about all the good things from the day, all the things that I appreciated. Maybe I also think about some things that I think I'm going to do that different next time, or do I owe an amends or an apology to somebody? But thinking about all the good things that you have, even sometimes if it's just our breath or our health or a job or a pet or a nice meal, a smile. Thinking about that brings more. Okay. Then we have the fairy cards. Let's see what the fairies. This is another fairy deck. It's a more what are these called? I'll write it. I'll put it in the on the YouTube video. You can read about it. I'll put the names of the decks. Okay. Be yourself. Oh, this situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. Oh, I love this. Okay. So this is a time that we're learning how to deal with power, how to deal with control or manipulation. Do I feel controlled? Am I being manipulated? Am I being controlling? Because it's not an energy. Control is an illusion. Control is about fear. You can never really control another person. And when a person is controlling another person, what happens is that that person who thinks they are in control is being controlled by control. So it is an illusion. This is about how governments, people are being exposed who are corrupt in power. This is about us waking up and being aware of that and taking care of ourselves and not being a victim to ourselves, to our government, or in any number of ways, and making choices that empower you. And if you are feeling like you're maybe, noticing, like I said, when you go to sleep at night or when you're laying at the end of the day, maybe even making a list of was I acting controlling? Was I being manipulative? And it isn't about being perfect. It's about authentic self. And so when we look at our side of the street, keep our side of the street clean, we honestly look at ourselves, then we can forgive ourselves and love ourselves and be who we really are and not play all these other games that don't work or be manipulated. Sometimes that's hard to look at. This is not an easy energy that we're living in, but you may also be called to make some karmic agreements here to stand up and be there for somebody or someone who's being abused by others. Okay? So very powerful time, and be yourself. Okay? And then we have Archangel Michael coming up, and this will be the last card for this week. Let's see what they want to say. Oh, positive thoughts. Oh, cool. This is really cool. Create positive results. Okay. So as a man thinketh, so a man is. Everyone knows that. If you have a positive attitude, you have a better day. But it really is an energy. So I wanted to talk about prayer. Some people say prayer, oh, I prayed for these things and they didn't work. But what is important to understand about our power and about feeling safe is that we don't just pray with our words. When you're more awakened and conscious, you're praying with your whole being. So if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling whatever it is, that energy that you're vibrating in, that's a prayer. You're asking for that. So when you shift your vibration to positive thoughts, you are shifting. It is a prayer, because everything is a prayer. It isn't just there's traditional prayer, and I do that every morning. I do traditional prayer and just talking to God and walking on the beach. All those are really cool and great. But it's important to remember that we're always vibrating in what we're asking for. And it doesn't mean that we need to feel good all the time, but to have respect and reverence for ourselves, to have compassion for ourselves in however we're feeling. And so it isn't about making yourself positive and feeling, forcing that. Being authentic. Remember, we had being authentic self and empowering yourself with your thoughts. And so it says, my prayer, divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and my emotions are eternally and consciously connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and every situation. Beautiful. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. May you be healed, because in truth, you already are. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.